How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
And we are here, ladies and gentlemen, yo peoples, Kyushu92 here to bring you a brand new series on Biomutant. I kind of been looking forward to this game for quite some time, been keeping my eye on it a lot more in the passing, I want to say 2 months, maybe about 3 months, and I like what the game is offering. What in terms of like all the things that the game advertised, like weapons and crafting and being a super powered furball. So looking forward to experiencing the game for myself. Now I'm well aware that there are reviews out there that are very mixed, some negative, some think that this game isn't all that, but I'm gonna base it off of my own opinion. On whether or not I like this game. You guys know my stance on games like these. Well, basically any game. If I like it and it's good, then I will tell you guys. And if it's bad and there's multiple problems with it, or there's something that bothers me, I'm most certainly going to tell you guys. So, either way, this is going to be a bit of a fun ride. Let's get started!
Welcome to Biomutant.
Hello, Mr. David Attenborough. Now let's check the settings. Speech, auto advanced dialogue is on. Comic book effects are on, so I guess that's the one with the bam pow and wham type things. Let me see if there's video settings. Frame rate limit. Wow, you can set it between 30 or 60. We're gonna keep it at 60, because with the PS5, it's gonna run nice and smooth that way. Nice of them to have accessibility options, because, you know, not enough games that are also AAA titles seem to think that that's something that you need to do. But we are pretty much good. We don't need to do anything. New game! We're gonna start on medium, because that's basically normal. We're not starting on easy, but medium.
Encode your DNA.
There we go! Time to choose our breed. The unique thing about Biomutant is you get to determine the breed, which will determine your stats as you go throughout your adventure. So, let's just go through all of them, shall we? We have the Primal. Primal is a nimble, developed anthropomorphic breed. Anthropomorphic. That word gets me sometimes if I say it slowly. Anthropomorphic breed. A hybrid with a gene mutation, making them nimble and dexterous at the cost of a lesser developed intellect. Sorry, had a baconator, kind of slowing down some brain cells. And as you can see, it has pretty much balanced. They're fast and nimble, but at the cost of being less smart. Then we have the Dumdon, which is the least developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensate the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. So they're himbos, basically. There's the all brawn and no brain. Then we have the Rex breed. Rex is an extraordinary developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid outcast with an even DNA stream, making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. So this is pretty much the most balanced one. This is pretty much the most balanced breed, while the Primal focuses on being fast and agile at the cost of being less smart, and the Dumdon is focused on strength rather than actually being smart or anything else. Rex is pretty much in the middle. Hyla is a regenerative developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation, making them extremely tough and resilient. This is basically your tank breed. Then you have Fip. The Fip breed is renowned for a highly evolved mind. Its genius is directly interlinked with the power of Ki, which amplifies their psionic output. This is basically the class you want to go with. Well, basically the breed you want to go with if you kind of want to have a big boost to intellect, which is what determines your psi powers and Ki regen and the amount of Ki energy that you have, while sacrificing health and a little bit of strength. Then you have the Murgle. Murgle is the definition of an idealized breed. Its evolutionary lineage has gone in a direction where form and appearance have dominated over function. So, if you kind of look off to the side, intellect gets sacrificed, but they have better barter skills. They have better charisma skills, if you look over at the right side there. But we're going to go with the Fip class because I kind of want to go for the mage build. And I've seen the powers, and I want those powers. So, let's choose the Fip. Attributes. Define your character's starting attributes. To see more detailed explanations of what effect each attribute has, press the touchpad.
Define your genetic structure.
So, using this stick, as you notice, our breed actually changes shape depending on which direction we lean towards the most. So if I go for full strength, they're gonna look like this. Big old overbite, big old brawny upper torso, with a big focus on strength. Strength goes from 28 when it was in the middle to 99. If we go for vitality, we get a little bit squat, but we gain more health. Go for charisma, we look like we get a big old boost to charisma, which goes from 28 to 97, and a barter skills goes from 7 to 20. If we go for intellect, then it increases our intellect from 28 to 93. Our power goes up, Ki energy and energy regen go up, but at the cost of charisma, agility, strength, and vitality. And then if you go to agility, your agility and movement speed gets slightly increased. It's kind of a small bar there, but there you go. Now here's the thing. Fip is ideally for, Fip is essentially the class you kind of want to go with, but I just don't like the face. See, I like the face of either the Rex. Actually, the intellect doesn't change if I choose anyone else. It still remains at 28. It's just that the powers is slightly less. But I prefer either the Rex face. This one looks more Yoda-like. I kind of like this one. And this one has this devious, evil look. So let's go with the Rex breed.
Define your genetic structure.
There he is. There he is. All right, we're going. I'm trying to find that right balance to get the points all the way to that's. Oh wait, I had it at 100. There it is. All right, perfect. My intellect is at 100. We are going to stick with this one. My genetic code is down there at the bottom if you want to get it exactly the way I have it. Plus, I like him. Look at him. He reminds me so much of Kenzo already, just with that little old smug face of his.
Choose a genetic resilience.
All right, so here we can choose what we can be resistant to. Now, from what I hear, you can, in fact, get your resistances all the way to 100%, so you're pretty much immune to all environmental hazards. So, for right now, let's keep it balanced. Let's keep it balanced for now, because we'll eventually get to it. We'll eventually get to getting 100% in resistances at some point. Sorry, I'm just distracted. Now, ooh, okay, so here's what wow, you got me looking like Gizmo all of a sudden. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, that is white fur with little markings around the eyes. Let's find one that speaks to me. I kind of want to have some... You know, this one speaks to me. This one right here speaks to me. I like this one.
Pick your main color.
All right, so now let's pick our main color of what we gonna look like. And you basically can choose how your fur looks. And I kind of want to keep it... let's... I kind of want to... Too bad I can't zoom in a little bit. I might need to change the fur color just so it can be something a tad bit different. You know what? I might have to do that.
Choose your fur style.
I might have to go this route right here.
Pick your main color.
Okay, now he looks like a reverse panda. All right, so let's actually keep him right here. You know what? No. Let's get him with red eye markings. Yes, there it is. Match my logo a little bit, red and white.
Choose your detail color.
And then secondary color is going to be... Ooh, okay. Nah, we're good. We're good. Let's keep him at red and white.
Pick a class.
All right, here we go. We're at classes. I'm at 15 minutes already, and I haven't even left the character creation. I am so sorry. All right, so here are your classes. Mercenary, I don't know if they... I don't know if I'm supposed to get a code with Mercenary or something, because I did pre-order the game, but I didn't check. I'm not going to get Mercenary. I'm not going to choose the Mercenary class. I'm going to go with the Psi Freak class, but that'll be something I try and solve later. But here are your classes. Deadeye. The Deadeye is a tricky, skillful rogue who's chosen a life outside law and society values. And you get the skill Perfect Reload, which means your ranged weapons are reloaded instantly and your next magazine is granted plus 20% in damage. Then you have Commando, which is basically your Rambo class. The Commando is trained as an operative of an elite special operations force. Yep, that's definitely Rambo-based. Commandos are used to working in smaller teams. So, and that special skill has ranged weapons, attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target. Then you have the Psi Freak class, which is what I'm going with. Psi Freaks are experimenting with psionic powers and mutations. They're usually outcasts on the fringe of society. That's the class I'm going with. Then you have the Saboteur. The Saboteur is a cunning, skillful explorer trained to operate covertly in both suburbs and wilderness. And the special skill of the Saboteur is, well, I actually didn't look at the special skill for the Psi Freak, sorry. Mega Mind, your key energy regen is increased by 20%, and I get the special skill Spark Ball. To shoot a Spark Ball, press down the input you have bound the ability to. This will make you throw the ball in the direction you are facing, inflicting damage to the enemy you hit.
Saboteur.
Saboteur is a cunning, skillful explorer trained to operate covertly in both suburbs and wilderness. Special ability, special passive, hypergenic. Your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20, and you have a melee dual-wielding skill. Equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons to dual-wield them.
Sentinel.
And then you have Sentinel. Sentinels dedicate themselves to protect a house. Their dedication is for the organization as a whole, including supreme belief in their dogma. And you get the skill Toughness, where your base armor is increased by 10. Now, the Mercenary class, I forget what that class entails, but I'll probably bring it up later, and probably in the next part. So, but we're going with the Psi Freak. Let's do it!
Psi Freak chosen.
Let us begin.
That'll work.
Woohoo! Now we're just going through the basics. 60 frames per second games. I love those.
That's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
All right, so...
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your ki, the primal energy that flows through everything.
I'm dark red, as in strength and power. Color me light blue for freedom and loyalty. See, the dark powers have powers that I want, but thankfully, from what I recently found out while I was working yesterday, well, last night, even if you choose one side, you don't need to worry. It has an aura system in this game, where you have dark aura and light aura. Doing things that are good and good-natured gives you light aura, doing bad things gives you dark aura. And certain powers are locked to the dark side. But it doesn't work like in Infamous, where if you do one good thing, then it takes away from your bad karma or anything like that. It basically stays stagnant. If you do one good thing, it does not detract from you doing a bad thing. They just add on to the pool, which means eventually you are able to have all the powers from both sides, which is what I'm aiming for. But there's a power on the dark side that I want, which is telekinesis, because I'm going to turn this dude into a furball Sith. His name is Darth Furbus. Michael, I'm looking at you. That one's for you. But we're going with I'm dark red, as in strength and power.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same, with the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself, and it seems we're headed in the right direction.
That was rude, but so is our dark side. Aura, somewhat dark.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
Oh. And I got a gun with me. Now, there isn't no ADS. So you just got to deal with that. You can't aim down the sights, even if you have a sniper rifle.
A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature, and the one that preys on others.
New main quest, Meat Eater's Meat.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Okay, I messed with that dodge. Woo! Come on, do it again, do it again. Ooh, there's parries! Ah, parries. I can't dodge in the air. Kia!
You better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Just gonna throw a bomb in my face, huh? Is that how we do things? Ooh, loading screen. It's been a while since I've seen one of these in a game. Granted, I've been playing a lot of Borderlands and Persona, so their loading screens didn't, kind of linger. So, guess I kind of been spoiled over very quick load times. But this is fine. Gives me a moment to just kick back, relax, and just wait on the game to catch up. I can actually just take a break right now. Never mind.
It's best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
It's a good thing we weren't in there.
The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Alright, melee targeting. Move towards an enemy to target them with melee attacks. Aim the camera towards an enemy to target them with ranged attacks. To reload your ranged weapon, press R1. I'm so used to square being reload, but here we are. To use an ability, press the button it's bound to while pressing and holding L2. Okay. To throw a sparkling ball of key energy that damages an enemy it hits, hold the mutation select and press the bound input. You're just shifting these windows to different sides of the screens, aren't you? Key energy. Key energy is used for dodging, using mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Your key energy regenerates both in and out of combat. Kame, Hame, ha! That was more like a mini spirit bomb than a, Kame wave. Get out of here! Nothing I can get out of them. All right, cool. Let's kind of explore this place while we got the chance. And there's a full-on car here. Oh, I can't jump inside the driver's seat? Come on! That's a missed opportunity. I can see what people are meaning by when you attack an enemy, the hits don't exactly feel like, oh, I'm hitting this person, but they're not really reacting to it. I can see that here. I can see that. I'm not bothered by it, but I can definitely see where people are coming from involving that. Electric module. Weapon add-on. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. Alright, rarity 40. Rare. Electric Crackling 2, quality decent 4. Alright, so we've equipped this electric mod to our weapon. To attach this special effect add-on, select it through the consumable quick menu. To open the menu, hold the up button. Ooh, medical bag. We got heals! Medic supply. You found a medic supply. Bags like this contain items that can help heal you. Your health doesn't automatically regenerate in combat. You have to use consumables or find other ways to heal. Health patch. Health regen 50, duration 5. So I heal 50 for 5 seconds. Alright, cool. And this is a common version, so I wonder if there's a legendary patch out there somewhere that just fills your health all the way up. And even then, legendary is not the maximum rarity for this game. I know we're used to a lot of games giving us, legendary is the top tier thing we can use as the top tier essence of gear rarity, but here, legendary is just one, and it's not the max. It's not the max. Quick select menu. You can use a bandage by holding the quick select menu input and selecting it. Okay. We don't need to heal though. That's where I'm supposed to go, but we're going in here. Because there could be stuff. Is there stuff? There is stuff. A small health pack and a toilet. Why does this heal me more than the bandage? This thing was sitting in the toilet for who knows how long, and yet it will heal me better. That's nasty. We don't know how long this thing's been sitting in there. Where it come from? Who put it in there? You can, in fact, jump on this thing. I just had to try it. My dude is so small.
He's so small!
He reminds me of Kenzo so much, just the fur-ballishness of him. What you got, little cricket bot?
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Remember to parry enemy attacks. When the enemy attacks, you see lightning bolts flashing above their heads. I gotta learn how to do parries, okay? I gotta learn how to do that. Press L1 to parry. I don't know why the camera was slowly rising like that. I wasn't doing that. Dude, you're just gonna power drive me like that?
You're not dead yet.
Got it with the spark ball. I almost forgot what it was actually called. I was about to call it a spark plug. Loot! There is loot in the game. Loot! Fallen enemies can often be looted for healing items. Find a highlighted fallen enemy and then press triangle. Remember to use your healing items when you're wounded. To open the item selection, hold the up. And we got ourselves something called a dainty. Kinda looks like a rudimentary sushi roll. But we heal. Alright, so health patch gives us about 50 per. And I can't stand in that because that's technically toxic. But I will take those materials because there's a whole crafting system in this game that we have yet to dive into. So, prepare yourself. I am going to focus every time I level up, because there's also a level up system in this game as well. I'm going to focus all of my points into intellect as much as I can. Maybe occasionally strength here and there, but intellect. I'm going to be the smartest, darkest manimal you've ever seen. Oh, wait, they set them up in the... Oh, they do that so I can shoot them while they're in the air. I get it now. Jump if you feel froggy. Dude, you're taking out your own men. Ah, I was reloading! Alright, there's another one taken out. What you got for me? Energy pack small. Good for regenerating our energy, even though we didn't really use it all that much. And we got a tickling toffee. More health packs and health regen stuffs. And something's over here. What is that? More materials. Some clinks. Clinks? All right, what else we got in here? I'm exploring, but I'm also keeping an eye out on things. Because you never know if there's a secret just lying off the side. We're not even in the full open world yet. We're just traveling through this linear section. Shielder. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Alrighty then. Y'all gonna have to stop pile driving me. Oh, so you can use the spark ball, you can use these attacks in midair. Yay, we leveled up! Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You'll also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Wung Fu and perks menus. To go to the menu, press options. Well, alright. We leveled up. Look at us getting strong. Yes, sir. Alright, so let's see what we got. Increasing attributes. This might be a bit of a long video. Increasing attributes. When you level up, you can increase an attribute of your choice by 10. Pick which attribute you want to increase from the list. 10 vitality, 10 strength, 10 intellect, agility, charisma, and luck. I hear that luck is actually kind of really good, so you might want to invest points in that as well. But we're going full on smarts. Intellect. Upgrade points. You'll earn upgrade points when leveling up. These can be used to acquire new special attacks and perks. Time to unlock your first special attack. And we're gonna go with close combat. See, you got range combat, you got basic melee, basic range, maneuvers, and super Wung Fu. So let's look at, and then even these have subcategories as well. So We got a close combat, and that has unarmed one-handed slash, dual-wield melee, two-handed slash, and crushing weapons. So hammers, big old two-handed swords, dual-wielding, one-handed, and unarmed. So we have Phantom Paw, which is a spinning kick combo that we already have. We have Phoenix Sweep, which is a dodge attack. The Knuckle Warp, which is an air attack. And the Axer Paw, which is a straight-up combo attack. Then we have Unspeakable Hand, finish an unarmed melee chain with a launching grab and pile driver Izuna drop. This is, or Primary Lotus, whichever one you prefer. This is a special attack. Hitting an enemy with it will fill up one Super Wung Fu icon. Square, square, triangle. Yeah, we're definitely getting this. Special attack. You can now perform your special attack when you have the correct weapon type equipped. Once you've unlocked more attacks, you'll be able to combine them to reach the Super Wung Fu state. The Avatar state? But we have Unspeakable Hand, and then Blow Noose is finish a ranged weapon chain with a strong cartwheel kick. Ooh. Was that a 1-inch punch there at the end? Nice, I like that. Alright, Wung Fu and perks. Once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks in the Wung Fu and perk menus. Alright, so here is our aura. So let's actually check out some of these settings here for you guys. You guys get to see all of this. Aura. The aura score reflects your inner balance, the two halves that complete a wholeness that flows through all things and change as you make choices in dialogue and interact with captives and civilians throughout the game, meaning you'll gradually become stronger in your conviction. Aura and Psi powers. These choices and interactions can award you Psi points that you can use to unlock powers at psionic totems. Certain powers can only be unlocked if your aura is dark, and some if it's light. So, what that means is it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stay dark in order to use these dark powers. You just need to do actions that can give you points into either dark or light. Trust me, I researched this immensely because there's some powers on the light side that should be on the dark side that I kind of want for my build. So I'm going to be doing certain things to make sure I can get access to those particular skills. And lastly, it's Child Aura. You'll have a separate score as a child, and the choices you make in those dialogues will affect how characters remember you as a child. Then, of course, obviously, here's our character. Then we have Wung Fu, we have basic melee, stuff we already know, basic range, maneuvers, and there's Super Wung Fu, we don't have that yet. Then we have general perks, your loot chances increased by 10, your chance to persuade in dialogue is increased by 1 point, your biological mounts have 5% increased movement speed. You guys can just look through this. I'll just go through it. Pause if you need to. Then Psi Freak has these options here. And that's where we stand right now. And if we look at gear, in this section you can change equipment and weapons. The circle icons represent a part of the body that can be geared up with equipment found or bought from vendors. Your favorites can be saved in the Outfits menu. So, for our legs here, we have inventory sorting. You can sort your gear according to different stats. So what we have here, you can scrap the highlighted piece of gear for crafting resources by pressing triangle. Okay, there's that. These are the current pants we are wearing. These are what you start out with. And this is what they look like. They're common rarity. Quality is defunct. Material is composite 1. Now, you can find gear that is a lot better later on with higher rarity, better stats, and a whole bunch of other stuff on them. So if I take those off, you got me bare legs, but we're putting me pants back on. So this is what we are going to be using. Then we can have stuff on our back. I wonder if I can take off this eye patch. Can I take off this eye patch? Or is it there forever? Not that I'm bothered by it, but I'm just kind of wondering. If not, then that's fine. I'll worry about it later. But we got some more stuff we can grab over here. And this door won't open, so we gotta come over here. Yeah, this might be a bit of a long video.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
We got our first melee weapon. Old World Clawbar. Basically a crowbar. If you could get glasses and like a brown and orange, tech suit, you could possibly cosplay as a furry Gordon Freeman.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine.
Can you imagine a furry version of the G-Man? Right. Almost forgot to actually equip the weapon. Main hand, spark gloves. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, they were on, I took them off. And was that crowbar my actual weapon? No. Wait, was it? Hold on. I'm kind of confused here. Okay, so this is a tool, but it's not a weapon I can actually use. Outfits here, you can pretty much create your own loadouts. Oh, this is a good look. This is a good look.
That pipe looks weak. The clawbar should come in handy.
Special attacks. You're on your way to performing a special attack. Possible special attacks are prompted in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Pressing the indicated input while it is shown will trigger your special attack. I am actually kind of surprised that I haven't got a single trophy for doing certain things in this game quite yet. Kind of wondering if anything.
No, really, I mean it.
I'm kind of hoping that I'm doing the right thing, and they just haven't triggered yet because I haven't done anything to actually trigger any trophies. Like not defeating your first enemy, learning how to do the tutorial, stuff like that. That hasn't happened yet.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Ah, I understand it now.
Might not need that now, but you will later.
Ah! My weapon just had to reload when I wanted to do it. Woohoo! Bioblobs. You absorbed a bioblob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect bioblobs by defeating Morks and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use your bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing the mutation part of the menu. Excellent! Give me the bio points so I can unlock me powers. Mutations menu. Go to the Mutations tab to unlock Psi powers, biogenics, and to upgrade your resistances. We've unlocked mutations. Alright, so biogenetics, which is basically new powers we can have. We can get Moth Mouth, which is, this will infect any small humanoid enemy hit. While infected, enemies will attack their allies instead of you. So it's basically, it sends out moths from my mouth that can infect people. And then you have vile bile, which is, well, you throwing up acid. So there's that. But what is this? Mucus bubble. This essentially allows you to jump, bounce, or roll over enemies to stick into the bubble. If you press the bound button again, the bubble will burst and attach enemies discharge. So it's a sticky bubble that you can launch people with. Then you have rad wisps, which is essentially sending out unleash particles in front of you that will inflict radioactive damage to all enemies hit by the particles. Let me just go down these lists so you can read it for yourself. Lots of cool abilities in here. Psi powers. We'll just go down the list here, because I know which ones I want to get. Levitation. That's the power I want. Toggle levitation. Press the input you have bound the ability to. Press the input again to return to the ground. Now, I wonder if it costs energy in order to use it all the time. But this is what I'm going to be using, and you can use it with your ranged weapon and other abilities. Then there's telekinesis. I want this. I can grab people and throw them. My dark aura needs to be 20 in order for me to get telekinesis. Then you have Key Spark, which is essentially Sith Lightning. I am definitely going to work towards unlocking that. And then you have Sky Spark, which is, channeling your inner Fujitora and bringing down a meteor. And that requires Dark Aura to be at 30 as well. Don't have any side points I can put towards that. But I do have enough points to put it towards resistances. Heat, cold, radiation, and biohazard. Biogenetics. I'll just focus on resistances for now. They went from 6 to 16. So they are increased by intervals of 10, which means that it won't be long before I have 100% for these guys. All right, we are done. Time to get out. Get out of Vault 111. I mean, Bunker 101. But there's something over there. We gotta get our hands on it. I saw another streamer do this. Wait, did I just jump off the wall? Yo! Acrobatics up in here. Why did you run all the way around when I was already in front of it? There was no need for that.
Hand up, further you go.
I wonder, is there fall damage? I might need to test this out. You fall hard, but it doesn't show my health being impacted. I am getting close to about 1 hour already. Let's at least try and get outside before we call it a part. Are we outside yet? Oh, we're getting closer. Must be in an old scientist place, because this is a post-apocalyptic world where humans used to live, and we're just the creatures that lived in it.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
All right, time to leave. That's where I'm supposed to go, but we're gonna go check this out. And I'm gonna assume that that is story related. All right, you found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some, I did not know about these. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. To switch which node is selected, use the left stick up and down. To rotate the node, press L1 and R1. This is the number of rotations you have left. The higher your intellect, the more moves you have. Well, it's a good thing I'm a smarty pants, Dan. Each node has a certain position. It must be rotated. Each node has a certain position. Must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Sorry, my brain was thinking, did you say that sentence right? Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Okay. So, we'll get you, then turn you. And there we go. Seriously, I would have thought that I got a trophy or something.
There are few
by
records
now
of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
It's almost like humans have an immense capacity to be stupid and wasteful. It's a good thing I'm a little little creature with a big old head.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing.
You mean
It's coming
bullets?
from behind that door.
They call it spark metal. They have like different weird
A
names.
warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
Oh, so warning label has a regular name, but bullets are called spew metal. Okay. Glad to see that we're selective in our language here.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
It's a good thing I'm smart.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Attenborough. Airstrike. Perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circling above their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you can launch it up in the air by pressing L1.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Took care of him. Short circuit. Blitzed.
That's what you get. That's what you get. You don't touch me, bruh.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheel gun before we compromise.
That's what you get for messing with me. There's collectibles over here. We're gonna collect it before we talk to this dude and see what he wants from us. I know I saved your life and everything. Follow the old one. and it looks like I can't grab onto this rope because it looks like maybe there's some secrets up there. I highly doubt that there is, but one would think. One would think. New main quest, a new friend, an old friend. Well, this seems like a perfect place to stop. Whew, and then we're gonna see what this old guy wants the next time as we, well, begin Biomutant. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later peoples!